slightly more powerful brushes in Coral Painter. So if I make sure the cloud layer selected, and let's go back to Distort Auto, I'm just going to play with the angle on the clouds there. And again, we will manipulate this in Photoshop when we import it back in and play with the shadows and the depths there, but for now we're just looking for the right angles. So good to go there. Let's go down and choose the basketball player layer. Now that's the layer that we're looking for, and we're also looking for the arm layer as well. So if we choose this layer here, there are two particular brushes that we can use to play with the overall motion and movement of the basketball player. If we choose Smeary Bristles, and I make the brush slightly smaller with the Command Alt key there. Well, let's just zoom in slightly with the magnify tool. Okay, so let's go back to our brush and choose Smeary Bristles. Let's choose the layer, make the brush slightly smaller again. Now, as you can see, it creates a really nice effect to make it look as if the skin is being pulled as the player goes through the clouds with the G-force. Okay, so I'm just playing with the layer underneath and going back every time just to make sure I get the desired effect. I've got my hand on the Command or Control Z there, and I'm just playing with the shoe layer here as well. And the idea is you really want to try and get everything kind of in line and create a real sense of motion here. So let's make the brush slightly smaller there, and let's add that in there, bearing in mind we don't want to overlap it onto the actual basketball. So let's go to the head and let's pull it out there, give it some real pull. Okay, now there are other tools that can create some really good effects. Now the wet oily palette knife tool, which again I've put here, but all of the brushes, remember, are at the top. So if we open the top palette, whatever I've chosen here is available at the top here. So let's choose the wet oily palette tool, and let's make the brush slightly smaller, and let's see what kind of effect we get. Now this is more of a blurred effect, so again it creates a great sense of motion and movement. Let's go back up, and in fact let's scroll up on our layers and let's choose the garment layer, and let's add some movement and motion to the shorts there, and again and add some motion to the edge of his top. That's looking good. Let's find his shoes, and let's add some movement to the shoes there. Looking good. And again here. That's looking fantastic there. Back to the garment layer. Let's manipulate the socks slightly. That's looking fantastic. Let's add some more movement there. It's important not to overdo it. I think we have some really good streaks here. Let's delete that one there. Add some slight streak to that arm. That's looking good. So let's zoom out slightly with the Command and minus tool. As you can see, we added some real movement there to the main character. In the next lesson, what we'll do is we'll create some lens flares in a fantastic plugin that's available, and we'll begin to add some lighting effects to the overall composition.